Today marks the 80th anniversary of the World War II D-Day operation in Normandy, France. This is new video this morning showing President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden greeting veterans who arrived for a D-Day ceremony in Normandy. Now, D-Day, of course, was a turning point in World War II, and U.S. paratroopers played a key role in the attack.
This week, hundreds of reenactors jumped from the sky to honor their bravery and sacrifice. CBS's Charlie D'Agata made that very same jump over Normandy, and he tells his story.
Not much has changed in the training of those paratroopers who risked and lost their lives storming into Normandy 80 years ago.
Half a pace step forward, quick, march! Go!
How to jump, land,
Run!
and pack your own parachute safely. A lot can go wrong, and mistakes can be fatal. In the Netherlands, we put that training to the test.
There are no practice runs for jumping.
We climbed to a height of 2,000 feet.
There's no turning back now.
In the door, Charlie. Hands down! Hands down! Both hands.
I free fall for 5 terrifying seconds and then check to see if my parachute has fully opened.
I've got a good canopy. Easy. Brace for impact. Coming a little bit right. That's a good landing.
My first ever jump out of the way.
Clear the hazard.
The next few landings were not as smooth.
Clear the hazard. Clear the hazard.
I was starting to understand the challenges of hitting a drop zone, and nobody's shooting at me.
I got a gust, and the next thing I know, I'm on the playground.
Finally, jump 5. I needed this to earn my wings.
1,000, 4,000. Check canopy. Nailed it! I nailed it, finally!
Qualified to make the jump into Normandy itself.
Voila.
It's when you get suited up like this that you start to imagine what it must have been like for the service members, the soldiers who jumped that day, jumping into the unknown.
The vast majority of those taking part in this jump are U.S. military veterans, including paratroopers from the 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions. More than 13,000 of their own forces spearheaded that initial D-Day assault. We boarded Pegasus,
You're in.
one of 3 C-47s that would drop us into France. Airfields like this across England would have been jam-packed that night. As we make our journey due south, we're mentally running through the same drills those soldiers would have.
The big difference here is some of these guys are just 19, 20 years old, and they're carrying 60 to 70 pounds of heavy equipment with them. They're landing in the dark, their aircraft is coming under fire, and so are they.
As we crossed the English Channel into France, the only sound on board was the roar of the engines. Until it was go time. Our aircraft comes into view, leading the way in the skies above Carentan, the heart of the D-Day drop zones. One by one, we followed in their footsteps. Exiting the C-47 was much more violent than the small plane I had trained on.
2,000, 3,000.
Grateful
4,000.
to see an open parachute.
Gotta go toward the T. Where are these guys going?
Grateful for the opportunity to take part.
Okay, I'm parachuting into France.
Grateful to those who gave their lives in the name of liberating this hallowed ground.
Okay, not too fast, not too fast.
Finally grateful for a safe landing,
I did it.
even if it wasn't exactly textbook.
I just landed in France. That was the moment of a lifetime, to having the privilege of landing here in Normandy. As you can see, the Dakotas overhead, my fellow parachuters coming in.
We were all able to walk away. Not everybody walked away 80 years ago. It is here where they fell, and here where they will always be remembered. Charlie D'Agata, CBS News.